Welcome back, everybody. This is the Provoked Total Fitness Podcast. My name is Matthew.
I'm Walter.
And in this week's episode, we are going to be talking something similar to what we talked about last week, kind of just the other side of it. So we're talking about what we as in Walter and I, like to call the fast fitness industry. Kind of like the fast food industry, but now we're relating it to fitness. So Walter, why don't you take it away here?
Well, basically, I mean, as we talked about diets that can transform you in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. It's the same sort of thing that is popping up a lot on different fitness media. And that's the thing too. There is now such a thing as fitness media. There are those Instagram posts that are just dealing with fitness. I have one. There are those TikTok, which is just, here's how I got this, rather than thinking about what the whole package is of what fitness and exercise is all about. So you're seeing a lot of that, and we are now seeing a lot of almost a multi-level marketing system that's going on. It's pretty much, let's make as much money as we can in a COVID world from people who can't go to the gym by convincing them this is the way to make money, A, if they're trainers, and B, to get fit at home if they're not trainers. Right. And I think that there's something missing there because we're not talking about a commitment to a fitness lifestyle. We're talking about how to get this in 2 weeks. And that's the mistake.
Right. Yeah, so let's start with the idea of this fast fitness. It kind of, again, it's been around since the 50s, 60s, whatever you want to, the Steve Reeves days, the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the bodybuilding in the back of your comic books.
Yeah.
It's been ever since this has been an industry, this has been part of the industry. Like any industry out there, there's people that want to make fast money. There's people that want to lie and, try to trick, unfortunately, gullible people into being like, hey, let's make a bunch of money off of these people. Let's say they can lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks because everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to look a certain way. Everybody wants to look like Arnold. So let's tell them they can if they follow this, right? It's been around for ages. Unfortunately, now that we have so much presence on social media, whether Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you're just bombarded constantly. Even if you're not looking for this stuff, even if you're not into fitness, you're constantly getting bombarded, whether it's even celebrity news popping up on your feed being like, learn how to get Chris Hemsworth abs within 10 days, or follow Katy Perry's workout routine that she did for her world tour, or whatever it is, right? And it's always the same result. Do this and you can look like this person. Do this and you can lose this. Do this and you can gain this, right? So it's a big problem, and it's all because it's fast, easy money. People will buy into it no matter what. And a good example of this is your most recent app, TikTok. 15 seconds, 60-second videos, whatever it is. People are posting how to get, or 3 exercises to get bigger biceps. And they show 3 exercises, but they don't go into what you have to do to diet. They don't go into you have to do a lot of training. You have to have a lot of consistency, a lot of years put into this. But that doesn't sell. That's not pretty. People want to see what's pretty, and to people, pretty is fast results, easy results. Let's get it over with and just get me to my goal, right?
Mm. Well, I mean, I think this has been going on for a long time, and yes, it is worse because of social media. But I remember the men's fitness articles. Arnold's favorite bicep exercise. He didn't talk about all the other exercises he did as well. It was just that thing. And it's funny because I just saw a documentary, and it's almost the name of the magazine with the aliens and the Bat Boy and all those things.
Mad?
No. It was a newspaper. It's always the National Enquirer.
Okay.
Her way of selling things, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that National Enquirer housed Men's Fitness and a lot of the fitness magazines in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So Arnold was often in the same office that National Enquirer was being published out of because of the fact that they were all together. And I think at that point, that sort of salesmanship of the front cover took over. And that's something that's carried on now with the TikTok thing and everything else, where it's not about the overall journey. It's about this moment and what's going to give you the best bang for your buck. What's going to sell the magazine?
Yeah.
What's going to get me 1,500 new followers in 24 hours? What's going to do all those things, right?
Yep.
So those are the things that people want to focus on, and that's what we're all being trained to focus on as well. Because the mentality is, if we want to sell magazines, these are the people we want to sell it to. And then because the magazines are there, the rest of us start to think like those people. And it gradually builds and builds and builds until here we are.
Yeah.
That's a lot of philosophy stuff.
I mean, but you look at any supplement company nowadays, and who are their target audience and what are they promoting? Let's say Fit Tees. They will show a girl who's been working out for 15 years, Miss Olympia standard, and they'll be like, she used this tea to look like that. Maybe it was part of her routine, and she took that to assist in her losing weight. But again, over 15 years, she didn't just get like that because of this tea. She's been training, dieting, recovering for 15 years, sleeping well, blah, 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 all this stuff for 15 years. And on her last prep, when this company decided to pay her, she decided to start promoting it and being like, well, I added this in and it's made such an improvement. Has it really? Maybe 0.1% of that is actually attributed to your success. Sure, not even that, but you know, you get people who are just coming into the industry, and not even that. I know people who've been in the industry for 5-6 years and they can't even tell who is natural and who is not. You can go into the industry and be like, man, Mike O'Hearn just looks like that because he eats well and he uses this protein, and that's how he is promoted
For 30 years.
Exactly. And I mean, guys, if you think Mike O'Hearn for 1 second is natural, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. He is not. But that's what I'm saying. You get a lot of people still in the industry. They know what goes around in the industry. But again, they want to believe so bad that they can look like him because of this protein powder. They can look like her because of a 1-week booty program. They're willing to do that and believe that because that's the easy way out.
It's true. That's true. And because we want the easy way out.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to make it fast and easy and simple is going to be what's going to do it. I mean, this goes back onto the diet thing rather than the exercise thing, but the rise of Noom as a dieting program, where it basically does the psychological testing and then tells you how to handle your diet. It doesn't take into consideration exercise. It doesn't do any of those things that are going to help you get more bang out of your buck. And it's just and you know, I love Chris Hemsworth. However, there's something about the timing of the center and opening that particular program to the world just as the COVID thing started that I find offensive. It's like, you didn't think people needed to work out at home before they were stuck at home, and now all of a sudden there's this, you know, drive to sell. So that I'm watching YouTube and every 30 seconds it's one of his ads.
Yeah.
And I don't have the way of taking that off.
Yeah, and I mean it's the same. You still, as trainers, we're seeing that all the time. As in, hey, personal trainers, in-person training is dead. Online training is where it's at. Here's how you can make the most money because your time is valuable. A one-on-one isn't making you the most money. This is the better way to make money, is by selling out all these programs that don't do shit for people, and they're just basic programs. They're not actually personalized. It's basic diet, but sell it and you'll make a lot more money that way. Like, this is what is being promoted to trainers now. These are the ads I'm seeing as a personal trainer on my Instagram or on my Facebook feed. And it's really disheartening because, again, my philosophy as a trainer is I didn't get into this to become a multimillionaire. I got into this to help people reach their fitness goals. And like Walter and I were talking before this, as a coach, I wanted to help people not make the same mistakes I did so they can reach their goals faster and they can do it better and actually do it without, or with the right mindset, and not, I mean, I've talked about it before. I've had ups and downs. You know, I want people to go into the right mindset of working out. I don't want people to look at this as this is a fast thing. It's over. I have to work out. No, you get the privilege to work out. This is this is something you should strive to be looking forward to every day. This is some healthy lifestyle that you will continue the rest of your life because this will make you so much better, right? That's what I strive to do as a trainer. Other people may have different philosophies. That's just mine. But when I see stuff like that, it's just really disheartening because, again, how can I take the most money from people and basically not help them at all?
Well, I have spent the time and sat through some of those webinars, those teaching webinars that show you why those methods are the better ones. And I entered into it saying to myself, okay, right away, you're losing to me because you're saying that personal training is dead. But I'm going to put that aside and I'm going to listen to what you've got to say. And when I get targeted information being given to people who have no training as personal trainers, but they get the ad too, who are told, you don't need an education, you don't need training, we will provide you with the programs, you just have to plunk them into people's names and give them to the people. I find it offensive because each individual is there are personal differences, whether it be, bone length that's going to change the way that you do a squat, or whether it's individual mental processes that you have that are different from other people. There are going to be those things that you need a personal trainer who's going to speak to you one-on-one.
Yeah.
Now, there are hybrids, and it's possible to not see your client every single time. But I think that you have to have a somewhat hands-on approach, and you can't just accept that I'm going to get thousands of people sending me thousands of dollars so that I can give them a piece of paper that tells them what to do. And then yell they don't do it.
Yeah, and it's the same piece of paper you give every single person.
Every single person. What is the point?
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically that multi-level marketing scheme type of sale.
And I have been involved with my multi-level marketing, and I don't have a problem with the concept. If a product is a good product, it's a good product. But if a product is any exercise program can work for any person, then it's not a good product.
Exactly.
And it should not be used in that method.
Yeah, it's the same as going online and seeing, again, we'll use the name Chloe Tsing, Blogilates, six-pack shortcut. The guy's name is Six Pack Shortcut. He was the most popular YouTuber for a while because everybody wanted to look like him. And he's like, do these 7-minute ab exercises and you will look like me. The dude was like 230, 40 pounds ripped year rounds. You aren't looking like him after doing one of his exercises. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
What?
Right? So,
but I paid.
And this is what people do. They'll, again, it's that fast industry of watch this video that's 30 seconds long. Here's a link to my training. Click on that training link. Oh, it brings you to an ebook. It brings you to month-to-month training, customized training, whatever it is. And you end up clicking on, let's say you click on the ebook. The ebook is the basics. Everybody gets the same thing. You go to the training, and the training is slightly different. Let's say you're a man, I'll give you this program. You're a woman, I'll give you this program. If you want customized training, I'll ask you what your height and weight is. Maybe that's as far as I'll go. And you say, I'm a man, I'm 5'10", I weigh 250 pounds, I want to lose weight. Here's a training program. You're going to do an hour of cardio. Yeah, it's the same thing as the other person got. He just asked you more questions, and you feel like you're more involved, but really it's the same exact program over and over and over again. And I'm not saying every single person does this, obviously. There's hundreds, thousands of good trainers out there that are doing this properly. It's unfortunate because the big ones that have the biggest names and the people you always look to, they're the ones that are screwing people over and making a bad name because, again, this is what they do. They take the program, slap it with Stephanie's name, slap Walter's name on it. Boom, you get both the same program. All right?
Yeah, it's well, you sometimes even see that at the gym, though, and I hate to say it, but there are those trainers who do exactly the same thing.
I don't want to name. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This person does squats, lunges, deadlifts with every single one of his clients. Doesn't matter, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm like, you need to know the basics, but literally, I've seen this person train the same person for a year. That's all they ever did. Same program, same routine. no progressive overload, constantly on his phone, his or her phone. Right? It's just unfortunate because the online has translated into the real life, and real life isn't easy. Real life requires work. You're getting fed this idea that I can make you. It's everywhere. You go online and you like, I have $1,000. I want to invest it in some stocks. Oh, well, if you invest in this stocks with my app, you'll make 5,000 within 10 days. Who the hell makes that much? Unless you're incredibly lucky and you hit like something. And I do, like, my dad's been doing stocks for years. I've just gotten into it recently. It's like that is not something that happens within 10 days or a day or 2 days, whatever it is. We've been in this combined for over what, 20 years now, probably, in fitness. I am still like, I am boggled by how long. When I first started, I thought, again, because everybody said it, 6 months I'd be in my gold body of looking like Greg Plitt or Jeff Side or Steve Cook, Mr. Olympia level after 6 months, because that's what they said if you followed their program. And then I thought I was doing something wrong because I wasn't looking. What the hell is taking so long? I'm still not looking like them. And I found out they've been doing this for 15 years. Plus, they've been doing it, they had better genetics. Plus, they had better diet. They've been doing the diet since day one. Plus, they played sports all through high school. Plus, they got proper training through high school and all this stuff, right? So, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, there's just so much misinformation and just lack of information of what is actually possible. And because of that, you can just go online, you can go in person and say, hey there, gullible person, give me $1,000 and I'll get you your dream body with no repercussion. Because it's your fault. It is your fault if you don't put in the work. Quotations, you don't put in the work.
How bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? You must be doing something wrong. Oh, you're dying on the step mill for 2 hours a day, barely able to walk or lift your arm up because you're on 1,000 calories a day. Maybe try 900 calories a day. Maybe you lose weight better then, or 800. Don't eat. Do intermittent fasting. Try this diet. Try that diet. Try this training.
More.
It's just
give your body a rest.
It's just brutal.
Yeah. No, it's true. So much misinformation out there. I got to say, in terms of, and I'm just going to toot my own horn here. A good trainer is the one who gets more training, who tries to improve all the time. Yeah. And you can't get that from a computer program. I just finished, because of COVID, I just finished taking another course. And it was a pretty basic assessment course. Again, starting with a client from beginning, from day one. What are the questions you ask? How do you deal with them? How do you differentiate them from client A, from client B to client C? And that's not fast. That's not a fast process. But it's a safe process, and it's a process that will work across the board. We believe in education for ourselves in order to give our clients the best that we can give them.
Yeah.
If you take the shortcut of, well, this program will help me get more clients that I don't really have to know anything about, then again, you're falling for the fast way of making money by preying on people who want the fast way of getting their bodies into shape. You're going to lose. Long term, you're going to lose.
Well, think of it this way. You go to school for a bachelor's degree. Are you doing that in 2 weeks? No, you do it in 4 years.
Yeah.
When you go into the gym, you go in with the mindset that, 2 weeks, I'm going to be banging body. Why would you go, you did 12, 16, if you get a master's degree, PhD, you're possibly doing up to freaking 25 years of school, but you can go into a gym and be like, I know everything from this person on YouTube who told me this is the best thing to do. And honestly, like, you go into the gym and you get people in there who first day in, they think they know everything. And I'm not saying you need a trainer. I go up to people and I'd be like, hey, do you need help with this? This is a better way to do this. And they'll brush you off. And again, they're lost because they think, they know best because of program A or B or C or whatever, right? It takes time, and that's the unfortunate thing is people just don't want to put in time. People don't want to put in time for their health. People don't want to put in time for mental health. People don't want to put in time for anything really, because again, you get so many people on Instagram who just use catchphrases and SEO determined words that will be like, this will get you famous, so use these words and you'll gain 1,000 followers today.
Yeah.
So they'll put that on their Instagram caption. Gullible person reads that and they're like, oh, okay, I better do that because that's the easy, and they look like that. They're lying to you. They just want fame. They just want fortune. Really, Instagram comes down to it is, Instagram is just basically people with an arrogance issue, and I'm one of them. Everybody on Instagram, honestly, because you post a photo and you think people actually care enough about it to like and comment, and some people do, but let me explain this better. When people like and comment, sometimes it goes to your head a little bit. Sometimes it's like, well, my life must be a lot better than theirs, or my information and my opinion must be better than theirs. I mean, it's the same thing you're seeing with people talking about COVID or Black Lives Matter or any protest going on in the world right now. I say one thing and I'll probably have 1 million people agree with me. You say one thing that disagrees with me, but you could have 2 million agree with you. Mm. But I still feel my opinion matters because there's 1 million people that agreed with me. You still feel you matter because you had 2 million people agree with you. Now, because I had so many agree with me, I'm like, nah, he's wrong. And that's what you're seeing in the industry. Everybody that's fast fitness is overshadowing all the real information out there. You know, the Steph Cohens, the Ben Pollocks, like all those type of people, Dan Greens. Like, these are smart people who are giving really, really good information on Instagram, YouTube every single day. And it's completely overshadowed by the fact that, oh, Kim Kardashian just posted a photo of her with a 20-inch waist. What is she doing?
She's wearing a corset 20 hours a day.
And plastic surgery. Right?
You just have to watch Drag Race to know that.
And that's the problem with the idea of this fast fitness industry. It just comes down to real information. Hard work nobody wants to put in work to actually get anything anymore. No. Honestly, nobody really wanted to put any work into anything before either. This isn't a new thing. People are just lazy. It comes down to people are just lazy. They want to take the fast route. They want to take the easy route. If something's hard, people typically don't want to push past what they're comfortable with. And unfortunately, fitness is one of those things where you will get pretty uncomfortable pretty fast. So if you can do something in 2 weeks to completely transform your body and health, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to do that, right?
But here's the thing. If you do it in 2 weeks, if it works in 2 weeks, you don't have an investment in it because it only took 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you've got the body you want, the diet goes out, the exercise goes out, everything goes out, and right away, you're going to lose what you've gained. So even if it did work, you're not going to keep it.
Yeah.
Only through going through the pain and giving it the value that it has, that it is earned by that pain, will you work to keep it.
Yeah.
Unless there's COVID, in which case you'll eat all the banana bread you can, and then you have to.
Yeah.
So.
It's the lottery. It's the lottery fallacy. You win $1 million in the lottery. You've never had that money before. So what's the first thing you do? You spend all of it.
Yeah.
You look at statistics of pretty much all the lottery winners of the past 3 years. A lot of them that came from nothing and they just won the lottery, they blow it all because they never knew how to actually properly invest, properly save, properly put away aside taxes, all that stuff, right? And it's the same thing with your body. If you got a good body in 2 weeks, I mean, shit, man, you get people that are like, I just want to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. To be fair, that's pretty easy. You could do that. Put in a little bit of work for 2 weeks, you can lose 5 pounds. And I have clients that have done that, and then they've lost that 5 pounds, and they're like, yeah, I can't wait to like go to the beach, and beach day happens, and the vacation happens, and they come back 10 pounds heavier than they were when they started.
Yeah.
What happens? Well, I lost 5 pounds, so I thought I could eat and, have fun and not work out because I already lost the weight. It sounds logical enough that if you lose weight doing one thing, you have to keep on doing it to either maintain or lose it. But unfortunately, again, laziness prevails, and this is where we're at.
So don't be lazy.
Don't be
Put
lazy.
the work in. Spend the time. Get the right information. The pain that you go through is what is going to make the value of your body, of your fitness levels, worth it.
Yeah. 100%. These money grabs. I mean, if there's trainers or anybody out there, Insta influencers, whatever, don't be that money grabbing person. If you want to make ebooks, go for it. I mean, ebooks are ebooks. People should go into them knowing that it's not personalized. Everybody can buy this, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going online saying customized, personalized training program for you, you better be asking them a full assessment as if they were a one-on-one client that you got in a gym.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, then they're paying for lies, and you're basically just, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
So that's my point. That's my take on the fast fitness.
Mine too. There you go.
So that's that, guys. Thank you very much for listening in again. We're going back to a regular upload schedule soon. I've been the issue, unfortunately. Walter's been trying to get me on. So yeah, back to a regular upload schedule. So we're going to be doing every week again. And once again, questions, email, Facebook, DM us on Instagram, drop a comment below, whatever you guys want to do. We'll be doing a Q&A shortly within, I think, 3 to 4 weeks. So if you have any questions, let us guys know. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.
One last thing. If you are one of the lucky people going back to the gym, that's great. Be careful. Stay safe. Just because you're allowed back into the facility doesn't mean you can throw away everything you've worked for by being in lockdown for the last couple of months. So do what you can to keep yourself and keep everybody else as healthy, and enjoy the fact that you get to go to a gym, because we don't. Yeah, and it's driving me nuts.
All right, guys. There you go.
Take care of
Have a good
yourselves.
one. Bye.